Hidden scams you probably still fall for. Ever feel like adult life is just paying money to get scammed, but with extra steps? From limited time offers that never end to exclusive deals that somehow everyone gets, the modern world is basically one giant, well-dressed con artist, and you're the mark. We've all fallen for it. You, me, even that one friend who swears they don't trust corporations but owns 3 streaming subscriptions and a $10 bottled water habit. Welcome to Hidden Scams You Probably Still Fall For, where we expose the everyday ripoffs hiding in plain sight, the ones that drain your wallet while convincing you they're doing you a favor. So grab your overpriced coffee, sit back, and let's see how many of these scams you've already fallen for. Don't worry, we're all victims here. Number 1. The printer ink scam. The liquid gold you didn't ask for. Let's talk about the greatest heist in your home office. Printer ink. You think gas is expensive? Wait till you realize you're basically running a Ferrari that prints homework. If printer ink had a luxury label, it would sit between Chanel No. 5 and liquid platinum. Per gallon, it costs more than blood, champagne, and even human tears bottled by Disney fans. The setup. You buy a printer on sale. $50, a steal. You feel smart, responsible, maybe even a little adultish. Then one morning, your printer politely says, "Low ink, replace cartridge." You think, oh, okay. Then you check the price of a new cartridge. $65 each. Congratulations, your cheap printer now costs more to maintain than a small yacht. The trap. See, printer companies don't make money from selling printers. That's just bait. They make their fortune selling you the ink. It's called the razor and blades model. The same trick that made razor companies rich. Sell the razor cheap, and then charge a fortune for the blades forever. Printer companies just upgraded it to a 21st century scam. Because now, they don't even want you to use generic ink. Oh no, they've got smart chips in the cartridges that literally refuse to print if you dare use a third-party refill. Imagine if your car refused to start because you didn't buy official Toyota gas. That's your printer. The software snare. But wait, it gets worse. Some brands even release firmware updates that secretly disable your existing cartridges. So you wake up one day, hit print, and suddenly your printer's like, "Incompatible ink detected. Purchase new cartridge." It's basically ransomware, but for grocery lists. They do this because printer ink is pure profit. A single cartridge costs maybe 20 to 30 cents to make and sells for $30 plus. That's a markup of over 10,000%. If drug dealers had this business model, they'd retire in a week. Subscription scams. The ink that keeps taking. Now they've moved to Smart Ink subscriptions. That's right, you can pay monthly for ink you don't even use. Printers connect to the internet, spy on your printing habits, and automatically ship new cartridges when you're low. Sounds convenient, right? Until you realize they can remotely disable your printer if you cancel the subscription. You literally lose access to the thing you already own. It's like Netflix for printing, except every episode costs $30 and you never wanted to watch it. The color conspiracy. Ever noticed how your printer stops printing even when you only need black ink, but it's out of cyan? Yeah, that's not an accident. Manufacturers intentionally design it that way because they want to burn through your color ink evenly so you'll buy the entire set again. Even if you're just printing your resume in black and white, the machine somehow insists, "Sorry, out of magenta." Why does my black text need magenta, Epson? Why? It's like refusing to drive your car because the air freshener is empty. The starter cartridge scam. Oh, and that ink your printer came with? That's not a full cartridge. That's a starter cartridge. Translation, it's half empty, intentionally. Just enough ink to print a few pages, get you hooked, and push you into buying replacements immediately. It's the same tactic as free samples at the mall with slightly more emotional damage. The real math behind it. Let's do the math. A standard cartridge holds about 10 milliliters of ink. That's 2 teaspoons. You're paying $30 for 2 teaspoons of colored liquid. If you scaled that up, printer ink would cost more than fine whiskey, luxury perfume, or literal gold. Seriously, a gallon of printer ink can cost over $12,000. That's the same as a used car, or a year of college depending on where you live. The eco excuse. Companies claim it's for quality control and eco-friendly printing. Sure, because nothing says eco-friendly than throwing away a plastic cartridge every 2 weeks. And don't even think about refilling your own cartridges. They'll warn you that it voids the warranty. Because apparently, refilling your own ink is more dangerous than launching a rocket. The real truth. The real reason is simple: control. They've engineered the system so you never truly own your printer. You're just renting access to it one cartridge at a time. You pay for the printer, you pay for the ink, and you pay for the privilege of being told ink level's low, even when the cartridge is literally full. The community rebellion. Thankfully, people are fighting back. There are forums, YouTubers, and entire Reddit groups dedicated to hacking printers to accept third-party ink. It's like a resistance movement, but for office supplies. They share firmware patches, tips, and refill hacks like it's an underground spy network. Because at this point, printing a boarding pass shouldn't feel like outsmarting a Bond villain. The irony. Here's the best part. We live in the most digital era of all time, yet printers still hold us hostage like it's 1998. You can send money across the world instantly, stream 4K movies, and chat with AI. But printing a single sheet of paper can still ruin your day. And somehow, we keep falling for it. We complain, we rage, and then we go right back and buy the same brand again. It's not a printer anymore. It's a relationship built on manipulation. Moral of the story? Next time your printer flashes low ink, remember, it's not a warning, it's a threat. And that, my friend, is the first hidden scam you probably still fall for.
Number 2, the free trial trap. Because nothing says free like $49.99 a month. We all love free stuff. Free samples, free shipping, free Wi-Fi at that one coffee shop where you never actually buy anything. So when a website pops up offering a free trial, it feels like a harmless little gift from the universe. Except it's not a gift. It's a Trojan horse wrapped in confetti and fine print. Because free trial doesn't actually mean free. It means free now, expensive forever. How the trap is set. Here's how it starts. You're browsing online, maybe signing up for a streaming service, a workout app, or something life-changing like a guided meditation subscription you'll use twice. Big shiny button. Try it free for 7 days. And you think, why not? I'll just cancel later. Oh, sweet summer child. You enter your email, your password, and then, surprise, your credit card info. Just to verify identity, they say. Then the countdown begins. You have 7 days to remember to cancel something you forgot existed after day 2. The psychology of forgetfulness. They know you'll forget. In fact, that's the entire business model. These companies could easily make trials that don't require your credit card, but they don't, because the forgetfulness of the average human being is a billion-dollar industry. They send you no reminders. No, hey, your trial ends tomorrow. No, just checking if you still want this. Nope. You just wake up one morning to a mysterious $49.99 charge labeled something vague like Digital Services International or Media Plus Premium. And then you spend your lunch break frantically digging through emails trying to find out who robbed you. The fine print Olympics. The scam thrives in the fine print, that microscopic paragraph written in legal hieroglyphics that you agree to faster than a toddler clicking skip ad. It's always something like, after your trial period, you will be automatically enrolled in our premium annual membership at a non-refundable rate of $199.99. Billed immediately. They don't even bother hiding it anymore. They just bury it somewhere between the cookie policy and the terms of eternal regret. And let's be honest, you didn't read it. You never read it. Nobody does. If you printed every terms of service you've agreed to, you'd have enough paper to rebuild the Library of Alexandria. The streaming swindle. Streaming platforms are the masters of this game. They'll hand you a 30-day free trial right before your favorite show drops. You binge the whole thing in 3 days, swear you'll cancel before the month's up, and then you forget. Suddenly, you're paying $15.99 a month for the next year. Congratulations, you just paid $200 to rewatch The Office for the 14th time. And that's not even the sneaky part. Some platforms make canceling harder than escaping a pyramid scheme. You have to log in, click through 7 menus, confirm 3 times, and answer a feedback survey. Why are you canceling? Because you tricked me. The App Store ambush. Apps take it to another level. They lure you in with colorful icons and gentle promises like, try premium free for 3 days. You hit OK on your iPhone, boom, instant subscription. And when you delete the app, you assume that means it's gone. Wrong. Deleting the app does not cancel the subscription. It's just hiding in the background, quietly charging you $4.99 a week for eternity. By the time you notice, you've spent $100 on an app that identifies pictures of clouds or tells you what kind of bread you are spiritually. The email distraction tactic. You know how they avoid you noticing the charge? They bury it in your inbox chaos. They send so many random "welcome" and "your trial is activated" and "here's your free reward" emails that by the time you get a payment processed message, it's surrounded by junk. It's like hiding a crime scene in a confetti storm. The fake customer support. Try canceling. Oh, you'll find a contact support link, but it doesn't actually go anywhere. You click it, and it's either a chatbot that loops forever, a form that says, "we'll get back to you in 3 to 5 business days," or my favorite, a phone number that leads to hold music from hell. By the time someone answers, you've aged emotionally. They'll say, "we're sorry you feel that way," and then offer you a special discount if you stay. It's the scam version of an ex who won't take the hint. The subscription cemetery. You probably have at least 5 active subscriptions right now that you don't even remember signing up for. Maybe it's a magazine app or that random Photo Filter Pro trial or a language app you opened once in 2020. There are people literally paying for digital meditation apps that stress them out. That's the beauty of the scam. They make canceling just inconvenient enough that you tell yourself, "I'll deal with it later," and later never comes. The credit card trick. Here's something sneaky. Some companies bill you under different names every month. So even if you're checking your bank statement, you'll see random labels like MDSN Media Inc., Digitech Systems, Streamy 247. You think it's some business expense or random charge, but no, it's that free trial you forgot to kill. It's subscription laundering. Then there's the 99-cent trial, the cousin of free. It's only $1, right? You tell yourself it's basically free. Except it's not. That $1 is psychological bait. It convinces your brain that you've made a safe investment, lowering your guard for the auto renewal. That $1 turns into $39.99 a month faster than you can say, wait, what charge is this? How to break free. Okay, so how do you escape this endless money drain? Use virtual cards. Some banks and apps like Revolut or Privacy.com let you create disposable card numbers, perfect for trials. When it expires, boom, the scam dies. Use a subscription tracker. There are apps that alert you when you're being charged. Ironically, some of those apps also charge subscriptions, so use the free ones. Set reminders. The moment you sign up for a trial, set a phone alarm for 1 day before it ends. Name it, cancel, or cry. Cancel immediately. Most trials still run for the full period, even if you cancel right after signing up. Do it now, thank yourself later. The psychology behind it all. The free trial scam isn't about the product. It's about manipulating time and attention. Companies know you're busy, distracted, and lazy when it comes to admin tasks. They weaponize your forgetfulness. They profit from your optimism. And they package it in shiny blue buttons that say, "Start free now." It's not theft, it's voluntary confusion. The ultimate irony? Want to know the funniest part? There are subscription management services that help you cancel unwanted subscriptions by charging you a monthly fee. A subscription to cancel subscriptions. It's poetic. We're living in a world where the cure costs the same as the disease. Moral of the story? If something says try it free, read it as try it until you forget. Because in the modern world, nothing is free. It's just waiting to renew next month.
Number 3. The convenience fee scam. Paying extra for the privilege of paying. Let's talk about one of the brilliant scams ever invented. The convenience fee. A fee for convenience. A fee for the pleasure of giving someone your money. You might think, oh, it's just a few extra bucks. But those few bucks, they're the quiet thieves of modern life. Sneaky, invisible, and politely smiling while picking your pocket. The definition of insanity. Imagine walking into a grocery store, grabbing a loaf of bread, and when you get to the counter, the cashier says, "That'll be $3 for the bread, plus $1 because we let you pay for it." That's a convenience fee. And you accept it because it's online, hidden behind cute fonts and checkout buttons. You've seen it. You've paid it. Movie tickets, flight bookings, food delivery apps, concert seats, utility bills, they all sneak it in. And somehow we've been conditioned to nod and go, yeah, that seems fair. The illusion of convenience. The genius behind the scam is simple. They make you feel like they're doing you a favor. You get to skip the line, you get to pay online, you get to do everything from your couch while eating chips and pajamas. But here's the catch. That convenience, it's not for you, it's for them. They save money on labor, office space, and paper, and then charge you for it. That's like your boss making you work from home, then billing you rent for your own chair. The ticketing trap. Ticket websites perfected this con. You find concert tickets online for $75. You think, sweet, not bad. Then you check out. The total? $93. Why? Because you've been blessed with a service fee, $6.99, a processing fee, $4.99, a facility charge, $3.50, a convenience fee, $2.50. Oh, and a delivery fee for the digital ticket they emailed you for free. At this point, you're basically paying extra for oxygen while you click Confirm Purchase. The digital paradox. Convenience fees made sense back when humans had to manually process things. But now, computers do all the work. You're literally paying a robot for existing. You type your own information, verify your own email, and click your own payment button. You're the employee now. You're doing their job. And then they charge you for that. That's like a self-checkout machine saying, "Thanks for scanning your own groceries. That'll be an extra $2 convenience fee." And you paying it. Food delivery. Death by fees. Delivery apps took this scam and turned it into an art form. You order a burger for $10. Add delivery fee, $3. Add service fee, $2.50. Add small order fee, $1. Add tip because you're not a monster, $3. Suddenly your $10 burger costs $20 before tax. You could have driven to the restaurant, eaten there, and saved enough to buy dessert. And then the app sends you a message. "We appreciate your loyalty. Here's 5% off your next order." Loyalty? You just got mugged. With manners. Even bills aren't safe. You'd think basic necessities, water, electricity, internet, would be immune. Nope. Try paying your bill online and see what happens. They'll say, "Pay online now, it's fast and easy." You click. They charge a $2.99 convenience fee. Hold up. You're telling me it's more expensive for me to pay electronically than to send you a check by horse carriage. So now you're penalized for paying responsibly. Because apparently, convenience has a price, and it's always yours. The psychology of it's just a few dollars. Here's the evil genius of it all. They don't charge enough to make you mad. They charge just enough to make you shrug. Oh, it's only $2. But it's never just $2. It's $2 multiplied by millions of people every day. If 10 million customers each pay a $2 convenience fee, that's $20 million for literally nothing. That's not business, that's sorcery. Airlines and the processing fee circus. Airlines practically invented invisible charges. Try booking a ticket. It starts at $199. By the time you finish clicking, it's $312 because they've added a fuel surcharge. That's not a surcharge, that's the plane's job. A seat selection fee for choosing not to sit in the bathroom. And of course, the magical convenience fee for daring to book online instead of through a call center that hasn't existed since 2003. It's like death by 1,000 fees. The fake transparency. Some companies try to spin it as transparent billing. They say things like, "We separate fees so you can see exactly where your money goes." Yeah, okay. Show me the department called Convenience Operations. Show me the employee whose job is to click Send Receipt. You can't, because it doesn't exist. That fee is just an extra bite off your paycheck, disguised as logistics. The convenience of corporate greed. The name itself is marketing genius. Convenience fee. It sounds harmless, even polite. If they called it what it really is, extra money for no reason fee, people might riot. So they soften it with positive words. They turn theft into customer service. They could rob you blind and you'd still thank them for making it easy. How they justify it. Here's how they defend it. We charge a small convenience fee to cover processing costs. Translation? We found a new way to make you pay for our costs while pretending it's for your benefit. They've realized people love the illusion of choice, so they call it optional. Except the option is pay the fee or drive across town and stand in line for 3 hours. Congratulations! You're free to choose your own suffering. The micro-scam economy. Here's the scary part. Convenience fees are spreading. Every app, every service, every small transaction wants just a little extra. We live in the era of micro-scams. Tiny, invisible thefts that add up faster than inflation. It's not robbery, it's subscription theft by 1,000 cuts. Every processing fee is another mosquito bite on your wallet. And we keep swatting, but never escape the swarm. The math of misery. Let's say you pay just $3 a week in random convenience fees. That's $12 a month. $144 a year. Over 10 years, $1,440. That's a new laptop. Or a flight somewhere warm. Instead, you donated it to administrative heaven. Imagine all the people in one country paying that much. Now you understand how billion-dollar companies exist. How to outsmart it. Here's how to fight back against the fee fairy. Always check total cost before confirming payment. That extra $2 might make it cheaper somewhere else. Use cash or direct debit where possible. Old school sometimes wins. No middleman, no mystery charges. Look for fee-free alternatives. Some sites or apps don't charge convenience nonsense if you use their preferred payment method. Leave bad reviews. Companies actually remove hidden fees faster when people publicly call them out. Ask questions. The moment a rep says convenience fee, ask convenience for who? The ironic twist? The convenience fee doesn't even make things more convenient. It's just the modern version of tipping your scammer. You do all the work, online, automated, self-service, and then tip them for watching you do it. We live in a world where convenience is expensive and confusion is free. Moral of the story? If someone charges you a convenience fee, it's not a service. It's a subtle insult wrapped in customer experience. You're not paying for convenience. You're paying for the privilege of being scammed politely.
Number 4, the limited time offer scam, the sale that never actually ends. Let's talk about one of humanity's greatest weaknesses, FOMO, the fear of missing out. It's what marketers feed on, like emotional vampires with discount codes. You've seen it everywhere. Big red banners screaming limited time offer, countdown timers ticking down dramatically, flash sales that look like you've stumbled into the digital apocalypse. And you think, oh no, I better buy this now before it's gone forever. Spoiler alert, it's not going anywhere. The only thing disappearing is your money. How it works. The limited time offer is one of the oldest tricks in the marketing playbook. It's a psychological ambush, a mix of urgency, panic, and artificial scarcity. They make you think the deal's rare, that you're lucky to have seen it, that you're part of an elite few who stumbled upon this once-in-a-lifetime chance. In reality, that limited offer has been running since the dinosaurs bought their first rock polishers. The eternal countdown. Ever seen a website with a countdown timer that hits 0 and then magically resets? That's not a glitch. That's theater. These companies literally script the timer to restart for every new visitor. So while you're sweating over whether to click buy now before the clock runs out, the guy next to you will see the exact same timer start from the top. It's not urgency, it's a looped performance, a Broadway show for your wallet. The sale that never dies. Walk into a furniture store, car dealership, or mattress outlet, and you'll notice something strange. They've been having a blowout sale for approximately forever. There's no regular price. There's only the sale price. If a mattress is 70% off every day of the year, congratulations, that's the actual price. The rest is fiction written in bold red letters. How they get you.
Here's the marketing formula. Create urgency. Add exclusivity. Add layers of guilt. Sit back and watch humans panic buy. You're not shopping anymore, you're competing. You're racing against imaginary people for imaginary scarcity. That ticking timer isn't counting down a sale, it's counting down your self-control. Examples everywhere. Online courses. Enroll before midnight for 80% off. It'll be 80% off tomorrow too. Airline tickets. Only one seat left at this price. There are 200 empty seats, and they're all the same price. Clothing stores. Flash sale ends tonight. Flash sale has been flashing for 6 months. Tech deals. Early bird offer. Those birds are fully grown geese by now. It's all smoke, mirrors, and HTML countdowns. The psychology behind it. Marketers know urgency triggers our brain's loss aversion instinct, the idea that losing out feels worse than missing a gain. We don't want the product as much as we want to avoid regret. It's emotional blackmail disguised as retail. They've turned panic into a business model. You're not buying something, you're buying relief from the anxiety they just created. Artificial scarcity equals real profits. Think of how luxury brands do it. Only 100 pieces made, limited edition sneakers. Sure, until they find a few more in the warehouse next month. Scarcity makes things feel valuable even if they aren't. If something's always available, we get bored of it. But if it looks like it's disappearing, suddenly we can't live without it. Marketers don't sell products anymore. They sell panic wrapped in a clock. The subscription sneak. Ever notice how limited time offers are designed to lock you into subscriptions? Try our premium plan for 80% off your first month. Sounds harmless, right? Then you forget to cancel, and boom, you are now the proud owner of a $29.99 monthly bill until the end of time. It's the limited time deal that limits only your bank balance. The only two left in stock lie. Amazon and travel sites love this one. They'll show only two left at this price. And you panic. You slam the buy now button like it's a nuclear launch code. Then your friend checks the same item and it also says two left. You realize it's not a stock alert. It's a psychological cattle prod. It doesn't matter how many are left. It matters how fast they can make you click. Gamifying desperation. These websites use design psychology like casinos. Bright flashing buttons, ticking clocks, confetti animations when you win a deal. They turn buying a toaster into a boss-level side quest. You feel victorious right until you check your bank statement. You didn't win, you just paid to play. How they keep you hooked. Companies know once you've bought something impulsively, you're easier to sell to again. Your brain remembers the rush. So they email you, flash sale, 24 hours only. And there you go again, like Pavlov's dog with a discount code. The sale never ends because your brain keeps refreshing the cycle. The social media scam. Influencers love to drop lines like, "My code expires tonight." Except it doesn't. It's permanent. They just say that to make you buy now instead of later. It's not a deadline. It's a marketing mirage. And the best part? If you miss it, they'll post another last chance tomorrow. Fake discounts. Let's not forget the was versus now trick. Was 99, now only 39. Except the product was never 99. They inflated the original price, so the discount looks huge. It's like marking up a sandwich to $100 and then proudly selling it for $10 and calling it a deal. Congratulations, you've been emotionally couponed. How much it costs you. These fake deals cost more than money, they cost sanity. Impulse buying adds up fast. You don't notice the small amounts, but they stack like guilt Jenga. $15 here, $20 there, And suddenly, you're broke but surrounded by things you never needed. You didn't shop. You got psychologically shoplifted. How to outsmart the clock. Here's how to break the limited time spell. Close the tab. If it's really a good deal, it'll still be there tomorrow. Wait 24 hours. If you still want it after a day, then it's a real want, not panic shopping. Use price trackers. Sites like Honey or Camel show you if the sale price is actually new. Spoiler, it rarely is. Call out fake urgency. Leave reviews. Share screenshots. Companies hate it when you expose their countdown magic trick. The irony. The funniest part? Real limited offers, the actual rare ones, usually don't tell you. They sell out quietly. Meanwhile, fake limited time deals are screaming at you like an infomercial at 3 a.m. Buy now or regret forever. Relax. You won't regret missing out on 30% off a Bluetooth banana slicer. The real lesson. Limited time offers aren't about saving you money, they're about saving companies from slow sales. They weaponize your fear of missing out. It's not a discount. It's a psychological trap dressed as generosity. They don't care about your savings, they care about your urgency. Because panic buying feels exciting until your credit card bill arrives and suddenly you're the limited resource. Moral of the story? Next time you see a countdown timer flashing, "Hurry, only hours left," remember, that sale isn't expiring. Number 5. The extended warranty scam. Paying extra to be disappointed later. You're at the checkout counter. You just bought a shiny new gadget, a phone, a TV, maybe even a blender that connects to Wi-Fi for some reason. You're feeling good, you're feeling adult. Then the salesperson leans in with that serious tone, the one they use before revealing a government secret. "Would you like to add our extended protection plan for just $79.99? And suddenly, you panic. You imagine your brand new purchase spontaneously exploding tomorrow. So you think, yeah, I should protect it, just in case. Congratulations, you just fell for one of the oldest, most profitable scams on the planet. The business of fear. Extended warranties and protection plans are based on one powerful emotion, anxiety. They whisper in your ear. What if it breaks? What if something happens? What if the universe personally targets you? And boom, you're paying extra for something that'll probably never happen. Here's the truth. Most warranties are mathematically designed to make you lose. Because if the product were likely to break, the company wouldn't sell it with a warranty. They'd just fix it quietly to avoid lawsuits. The numbers don't lie. Studies show that most extended warranties go completely unused, like 80% unused. That means for every 10 people who buy one, 8 of them just threw money away for nothing. And those who do try to use it, well, welcome to paperwork purgatory. The fine print fiasco. That coverage for everything promise? Yeah, not exactly. Read the fine print and you'll find accidental damage not covered. Water damage not covered. Electrical damage not covered. Acts of God not covered. Basically, unless your product breaks peacefully on its own during a full moon, you're out of luck. You thought you bought protection. What you really bought was a pamphlet of excuses. How they sell it. The salesperson isn't just being helpful, they're on commission. Protection plans are like dessert for retailers, pure profit. That $79.99 warranty, the store keeps around half of it, and they didn't have to make, ship, or service anything. It's like getting paid for selling invisible insurance against bad luck. They'll even use phrases like,
Most people choose the plan for peace of mind. Translation: we want you to feel guilty for saying no. The psychology trap. They always ask right after you've made the main purchase. Why? Because you're emotionally vulnerable. You just spent hundreds of dollars, you're excited, but also nervous. That's when they strike. They turn your joy of ownership into fear of loss. And you justify it because it's just a few extra bucks. Except those few bucks are multiplied across millions of people every day. The electronics edition. Tech stores are the worst offenders. Buy a laptop, and they'll offer a 3-year protection plan for $200. Sounds okay until you realize laptops are built to last longer than that anyway. By the time it breaks, the warranty's expired or the company's moved on to selling hover tablets. Even worse, the warranty doesn't always go through the brand. It goes through a third-party company you've never heard of, so when you file a claim, you're not talking to Apple or Samsung, you're talking to Warranty Solutions LLC, based in an abandoned strip mall in Nevada. The phone insurance scam. Phone insurance is its own species of madness. You pay monthly, maybe $12 or $15, just in case. Then, when your phone breaks, they charge you a deductible that costs almost as much as a used phone. Oh, and they won't give you a new one. They'll send you a refurbished model that's seen more trauma than your current one. You end up paying hundreds over the year to replace your phone with something older. That's not protection, that's emotional theft. The math of misery. Let's do the math. Say you buy a TV for $1,000 and a $100 protection plan. That's 10% of the TV's cost. But statistically, the odds that that TV dies within the warranty period are under 5%. So you're betting $100 against a 95% chance of nothing going wrong. That's like buying flood insurance for a house in the desert. Manufacturer warranties already exist. Here's what they don't tell you. Most products already come with a manufacturer warranty for at least a year. That's included in the price. So when they offer an extended plan, you're paying for coverage that overlaps with something you already have. And when you try to use it, they'll say, "Oh, sorry, that's covered by the manufacturer right now. You'll need to contact them instead." So you paid for something you can't even use yet. Brilliant. The loopholes they love. Let's say somehow you do qualify for coverage. Here's what happens next. They'll stall. They'll lose your paperwork. They'll require inspection photos. They'll tell you it's not covered because the damage was pre-existing. It's a dance of bureaucracy designed to make you give up. By the time you're done, you'll wish your TV had exploded. At least then you'd have closure. The psychology of regret. Companies know you'll remember the one time something broke, not the 50 times it didn't. That's why these scams survive. They sell to your imagination, not your reality. You imagine disaster, they imagine profit. They don't sell warranties, they sell sleep. When it actually makes sense. To be fair, there are rare times when a protection plan might help, like for expensive professional gear, or if you're buying something that travels a lot, like phones, cameras, laptops for work. But for most stuff, TVs, kitchen appliances, headphones, smart toasters, it's not worth it. Just take that money and put it into a future stuff that breaks jar. You'll come out ahead 99% of the time. How to outsmart it. Here's how to escape the warranty trap. Say no. Always. The first no is free. The second one saves you $100. Use credit card perks. Many cards already include purchase protection or extended warranties for free. They just don't advertise it because it makes retailer scams harder to sell. Read the actual coverage. If the plan doesn't cover accidents, drops, or water, what's even the point? Remember, repairs are cheaper than you think. The average repair for most electronics costs less than a warranty. Irony. Here's the best part. The same stores that push extended warranties also sell you the product that's supposed to not need one. Think about it. If they believe so little in what they're selling that they want you to pay for extra protection, maybe that's the real red flag. It's like a chef saying, "I made this soup, but you should buy vomit insurance just in case." The bigger picture. The extended warranty scam works because it exploits risk aversion. Humans hate uncertainty, so we'll pay anything to feel safe, even if that safety is imaginary. You're not buying coverage, you're buying comfort, and comfort sells. The irony, the very thing that's supposed to protect your wallet ends up draining it instead. Moral of the story. If the product breaks, fix it. If it doesn't, you just saved $100. Either way, you win. That's one hidden scam you never have to fall for again.